Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Glow Up Guide. Today we're just going to continue where we left off with the first episode of this time management and productivity series with a bit more on time management principles and some strategies to help with those. I'm pretty sure that's it. I mean, I wrote this episode script in November. Don't expect me to remember everything. I'm pretty sure I have the worst memory on this planet. But yeah, okay. So starting with some podcast updates. I'm currently at 201 plays. I hit 200 maybe a couple days ago. So I was gonna start the Instagram, the email, but I don't even know what I did. So my mom's mad at me. Not that much, but enough to not help me with that. I need her help to set up the email because I'm still under 13 and I don't know how to set it up and all. So yeah, and the Instagram, I just can't go. I'm not gonna go behind her back and do these kinds of things. She's gonna find out one way or the other, and then she's gonna get even more mad at me. So what benefit does that really give me? Honestly. So yeah, I don't even know what I did. I think I talked to her rude or some shit. I don't even know. I don't care, honestly. So it's not that bad. But yeah, we're at 201 plays. I'm gonna try and get that done within the next week. I apologize for that. Anyway, so reason I forgot to publish last week. So last week, Sunday, was a very busy day. It's just I had a lot of things to do and my room was an absolute disaster. It took me 2 hours to clean almost. So that was really fun. And then I got caught up in finishing a really good book, Unravel Me. I'm reading the Shatter Me series right now. It's so good, just so good. I swear. I love it. It's amazing. It's kind of dystopian romance / weird world. I don't freaking know how to explain it, but it's trending on Book Talk. It's kind of got me influenced, but it's a really good book series. I think y'all should read it. Anyway, I'll get into that in my book recommendation bit. So yeah, that's the reason I forgot to publish. Anyway, so I was really busy Sunday. And then Sunday at 11:37 p.m. at night, I'm trying to fall asleep because it takes me forever to fall asleep. I'm literally not joking. For freaking ever to fall asleep. It's just so freaking hard for me. It takes me at least an hour and a half minimum to fall asleep. And I'm just it's so annoying, but I'm just sleep deprived every morning. And that's probably why I can't wake up early because I can't get myself to fall asleep. I'm not a night owl or an early bird. So yeah. Anyway, kind of going off topic. And I'm oh shoot, I forgot to record. And then I'm Monday evening. I'm okay, I'm gonna record. And then I get caught up in finishing something for some class. I don't even know. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was my science work. That was really grueling. I don't even know what I scored because my science teacher's been out the past week and a half. So that's joy. Yeah. So that's what I was working on. And then Tuesday, I was finally gonna sit down and record, and then I'm you know freaking what? I'm not doing this. It's Tuesday at there's no point in recording in the middle of the week. So that was my decision. I just did not record. But shucks, it's fine. I usually keep forgetting and recording on a Monday anyway. From now on, I'm gonna force myself record on a Sunday, or it's not going anywhere. And I can't just have 5 skipped episodes for a month. So I'm gonna actually get that motivation to record on a Sunday and publish on a Sunday, which is good and basically the push I need. And yeah, so the couple new ideas I have right now. So I was looking through the topic list I have the other day because I finished writing a new script. And I always have a running list of topics going. And I always add to them and stuff. So yeah. And what I was doing, I realized there were a bunch of topics that I want to talk about, for example, bullet journaling. That's something I want to go really in depth about. What were some other topics main character energy, things like that, just stuff, tiny topics. I could probably get a 15-minute episode out of those, honestly. So that's what I was thinking. I want to take 2 or 3 topics and at the end of every month make an episode kind of combining all of them. Yeah, so I thought that would be cool. So I could actually have some kind of some content to publish. So yeah, that's something I was thinking of. I'm probably gonna start doing that next month because I already have a publishing schedule set for this month. So yeah. Moving on to life updates. My younger brother's birthday is coming up. He's turning 8 on Friday, and I'm kind of scared because he acts like he's 5. I'm how old are you turning this Friday again? Like 5 or something, right? And he's just like looks at me, blatant stare, like blank stare, looks at me, and I'm like 6, and he's like, and you're way off, and I'm like 7. No, you're not turning that old, and he's like, I'm turning 8, and I'm like, no, you are not. I am dead serious. I'm not even like the mocking kind of like, no, you are not turning 8, like that. I'm like dead serious. I'm like, you are not turning 8. My mom was like, he's turning 8. You should don't even like get up to get your own water in the middle of the meal. I'm like, what the? He can't even shower by himself. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like embarrassing my brother right now, but I don't really care. So yeah, and he's just like, well, I'm turning 8, and I'm like, what the flip? Where has life gone? It's just so confusing, and I'm like, he's turning 8 this Friday, like right now. I'm just like, oh my god, like I just can't believe it. Like he's a literal baby. Oh yeah, he literally gets scared to go down to a different level of our house if me or my mom aren't there. I'm like, no, just no. What the flip? Like literally. Oh my god, he's such a freaking baby. But his birthday's this Friday. I forgot to buy him a gift. So yeah, that'll come up later. Yeah, and his party is on Saturday, and I'm so excited, so freaking pumped to deal with 13 8-year-olds who are high off soda and ice cream. Here's having it at Chuck E. Cheese. That is a literal nightmare for 7 and 8-year-olds. I am scared. And I have to deal with a bunch of parents again. That's probably the easiest part of my job. And that's just going to prove how fun of a task it's going to be. So, kind of going off on a tangent, this was last year for my younger brother's birthday party. I pretty much handled everything because, like, my parents don't really know much about this kind of stuff. I'm not demoralizing them or anything. They know other things. But they just can't figure this stuff out. And I'm just like, okay, I'll deal with it. So I do like the research and I just tell my parents this stuff and like summarize it, and then they're like, okay, let's book it. So yeah. So that's fun. And what was I saying? Yeah. So they're gonna be high off soda and ice cream. Typically we wouldn't provide soda, but like we don't have any control unless like the parents say so, like soda, which I really hope they do. Yeah. That's gonna be really fun. Oh, anyway, and last year at my younger brother's birthday party, I handled everything, right? And I was like talking to all the parents and stuff because like they're 6 and 7, like the 6-year-old, I'm kind of concerned. So yeah, I was just talking to the parents, and I'm just like, yeah, blah, blah, like normal things. And then I was running off with the kids, like I was all over the place. And my parents are like, we're so sorry. And I'm like, I really don't care. I did. I was kind of annoyed, honestly, but oh shucks. So yeah, and then they were like, my mom told me this. My mom told me this like after the party when we were in just like chilling because we were tired, really tired. So, and my mom was like, oh my gosh, wait, did you know, like, the parents were asking me, and they were like, oh, how old is your daughter, like, 15, 16, and I'm just like, my jaw is dropped in shock, and I'm just like, I am, what? How do they think I'm 15 or 16? I'm literally 12, and they're just like, she's just like, I genuinely don't know, but I'm like, she's just like, I was like, so awkward, listen, from my mom's perspective, she's just like, I was so awkward, I'm just like, oh no, she's actually 12, and I'm like, you did not just do that. You could have said I'm 13 or something. It would have made more sense. And you and my dad would have seemed like less idiots to have your daughter plan this whole thing. And she's just like, well, I realize that now. And I'm like, oh my god, mom. So yeah, that was really fun. I'm literally just laughing for her face when she told me that though. It was like really funny. So yeah, and I'm just like, oh my god. And it's also because I was like 2 inches shorter than my mom. My mom's 5'2", really short. I'm 5'2" now. I was like 5'0" at the time, and it's probably my height and handling all that that made me seem like I was 15 or 16. I still don't know how that's possible, but it just is. So that's fun. So I'm really excited to deal with all of this again. I'm gonna like only see like my brother has no friends, honestly, like no friends. I mean, I don't blame him. I was the exact same when I was younger, but still, like he can make a couple friends, please, like make a couple friends. Okay, like, next year we're not going to be inviting your whole class anymore because that's just going to be awkward. He's going to be in 3rd grade. I don't freaking know. So, like, I don't want that to happen. I'm like, you need to make friends, bro. He's like, I don't want to. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't blame him. I was, like, a total introvert until I was, like, in 5th grade. So, yeah, that's fine. But, yeah. And then the other day, Saturday, technically yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. My friend, the one that recently moved, if you don't know about this already or haven't listened to my other episodes, one of my friends, really close friend of mine, she moved recently, but she's only like 7 minutes away, still goes to the same school. So everything's fine, but she came over again on Saturday. She pretty much comes over every Saturday because that's when like all our neighborhood friend group-ish can come out. So yeah. And we were just hanging out and we were playing a game. I don't even remember what, but yeah. We were just playing a game and we were standing there and I'm like piggyback ride and she's like, okay, and then I jump up on her back and she's just like, put the flip. And then she drops me. And I'm just lying on the floor, like hugging my knees, and I'm just like, bro, what the flip? And all our guy friends are like staring at me and I'm like, oh my god, why the flip? And I'm just laughing so hard. And she's like, bro, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to drop you. I'm like, chill, it's fine. So yeah, and she's just like, just don't jump on me unexpectedly again. I'm like, fine. So that was really fun. I'm just like dying. I didn't hurt myself, thank God. So yeah, and 2 weeks from now, I'm kind of scared, honestly. Yeah, just over 2 weeks. Spring soccer season starting. It's so short. It went from 10 weeks as my first season to then 8 weeks, and now it's 7 weeks long. And I'm like, what the actual flip? So that's fun. I think we have 6 actual games and playoffs are the last week. So that's really fun. The season runs from like week of April 1st to like May something. Last season it was the very end of April, like the last week of April until like the first week of June. So that's fun. Like with the actual flip. So it's just super short. And I'm like, it's still the same price, yet it's so short. Why? And I'm like, oh my god. So that's really fun. I got placed on the same team as last season. I am literally going to go die in a hole. Because last season, like, you know, people who are like toxic but nice, that's literally everyone on that team. And I'm pretty sure everyone hated me. Like, I know there was this one girl that hated me because I'm just like, we were like doing this drill and we were like on the edge because it was like to practice passing to the outside, to the very edge of the field, like make use of all the space you have. And me and her were just standing on the edges that are marked off by like cones for each of our teams. Like we are red and orange or something. Blue and orange. So yeah, and I'm just like, okay, hello. She's like, how fast can you run? She's honestly really mean. Like I hate her. And yeah, she's like, how fast can you run? I'm like, pretty fast, probably faster than you in my mind. And then she's like, well, miles per hour. I'm like, I don't freaking know. Why do you think I care? And then she's just like, oh, you're probably not gonna run faster than me. And I'm just like, okay, what the frick is wrong with this bitch? And she's just like, oh, you're scared of me. I'm like, you are literally the person that looks most like a baby on this team, and you act like a child. I am like, I literally have no reason to be scared of you. And then she starts like getting so aggressive because I'm literally just like better than her and faster than her. I'm like, oh my god, you literally have no need to hate me that much. Just like acknowledge the fact that I'm better. And I'm not even joking. Like I know I sound like self-absorbed right now, but like I literally am not joking. She sucks at the sport, and I'm like, oh my god, I literally have to be with her. Like I hate her. And if she's on that same team again, I will go die. I have no friends on that team. Like, except there are these two girls who are nice, but like, I don't know. I just don't like. I don't know, and they're just like friends, and I'm just like kind of their wheel, and I don't like talking to both of them when they're together. So it's just like kind of weird. Um, it's just awkward, honestly. I hate it. Oh god, I literally don't want to deal with them again. I'm actually gonna go start crying. I swear. I hate them all so much. It's gonna be haluva of 2 months. So yay! What a joy. But yeah, I'm just gonna get over it. Honestly, like it's soccer. It's fine. I mean, it's better with friends, but I'll survive. So yeah, that's fun. Anyway, so after this almost 15-minute long intro, let's do one thing we're grateful for and one thing we're happy about. So one thing I'm grateful for is Amazon 2-day shipping. I mentioned earlier I forgot to buy my brother gifts. I am so grateful for Amazon 2-day shipping because if I didn't have Amazon Prime right now, I would literally be dying trying to figure out how to secretly sneak off to Walmart and go buy my brother like a car, toy, or something. I don't freaking know. So yeah, but thanks to Amazon Prime, I can just like buy whatever the frick and it'll get here anywhere from like 1 to 3 days. So I'm really grateful for that. Because I am the most forgetful person. I swear, I keep forgetting his birthday's on Friday. I'm like, oh my gosh, well, that's fun. And one thing I'm happy about is probably the fact that my voice is somewhat back to normal. It still sounds really bad and like kind of nasally in my throat. Like you can hear it every time I go like intake air like that, and it just sounds really bad. So I'm glad that's semi back to normal. Like at least my voice doesn't sound like this anymore. So at least it doesn't sound like that anymore. I can actually sing in my chorus class without sounding like a dying whale. So that's fun. I'm really happy about that. And I can breathe without dying as well. So that's good. So moving along, let's continue where we left off last episode. So our next time management principle is organization. Yes, we're continuing with this. You're going to listen to me because it's all like time management is such a broad topic. So like I'm just covering all of it honestly. So yeah, I feel like the more in depth I go with my episodes, the more off topic I get. But anywho, the topic of organization is linked to time management in multiple ways, and it's good to know in general anyway. It's like a life skill at this point that my brother still doesn't have. So yeah. Sorry. Number one, clean space, clear mind. In my room, my desk is my workspace. In order to save time and minimize distractions, keep your workspace tidy. My desk is constantly a mess, but I do try my best to keep it organized. If you struggle with maintaining an organized workspace, here are my tips for you. Number one, 5 minutes is all it takes to maintain an organized workspace. I usually just do some quick tidying up here and there for 5 minutes in the morning or evening or whenever I get a chance, honestly. Simple. Number two, invest in a good desk organizer. You need somewhere to store all your supplies, so invest in a good desk organizer. I made mine out of cardboard, and it stores like all my notebooks, pens, and like these glitters things I have, um, journals, things like that. It stores pretty much everything. Like, there's not a lot of stuff on my desk, honestly. So yeah, like just invest in a good desk organizer or make your own. Honestly, like just use good quality cardboard and some contact paper, and you should be fine. Number three, minimize clutter on your desk. Don't have unnecessary items out on your desk. These unnecessary items will only cause distractions for the task at hand. Number four, organize any cables you may have. Cables cause too much visual clutter, and if you have a mess to a certain degree, can cause you to trip and potentially break your ankle, or just like anything, honestly. Anyway, back to the point. Cables cause clutter and need to be organized. Anything that causes clutter needs to be taken care of. I honestly can't relate because the only cable in my workspace is my Chromebook charger, and even that is barely used. Just organize your cables. Number five, minimize paper items in your workspace. In Marie Kondo's book, Spark Joy, she says that the basic rule for papers is to get rid of everything. She also says that a single sheet of paper takes up almost no space, and that's why they are so easy to accumulate. Because if something literally takes no space, you're gonna accumulate a ton of it. Like you can literally have 1,000 papers. You can literally be like, oh, this one paper wouldn't hurt to keep, and then 2 years later, you have a pile of 1,000 papers. You have no clue where to begin with them. You don't want to go through them. You have no motivation, and you're just like, where did all this crap come from? So basically, we'll discard everything besides the super important ones, like I don't know, like car documents or whatever. I don't freaking know, things like that. Yeah, just get rid of any unnecessary papers immediately and deal with the others that are things like letters or bills that need to be like dealt with, things like that. Tackle them immediately. Now let's talk about how all of that helps us with time management. Time management requires focus, and if we have a bunch of clutter, we can't focus. But without clutter, we don't have our distractions and can complete tasks efficiently and at our best. Being organized and having an organized workspace also saves you tons of time. If your workspace is a mess, that's time wasted looking for stuff and then finding out it was on the shelf in your room. Yay! That's an hour wasted looking for crap that could have been spent on the actual task. And as an additional bonus, you have lost all motivation to complete said task and probably forgot about it. So stay organized and stay motivated. Those were my tips on how to maintain a clean and organized workspace. I hope those help you. Now, let's move on to yet another crucial principle of time management, time organization. Most of this is about exactly how you are organizing your time between different tasks and some strategies to help with that. Number one, Pomodoro method. The Pomodoro technique was a strategy developed by entrepreneur Francesco Scarvilio, sorry. I think I'm saying that name right. He created this method as a college student and used one of those old tomato-shaped timers to organize his study schedule and complete tasks more efficiently. This method is talked about a lot if you know anything about time management. I found out about it through Pinterest because I have a board dedicated to study tips and techniques, and it popped up in my More Ideas page. Basically, you divide your task into 25-minute periods of time, and those 25 minutes of period time are supposed to be uninterrupted, just quiet, uninterrupted time that's distraction free, so to just purely focus on solely the task at hand. That's all it is. And these 25-minute periods of time are supposed to be like, sorry. And in between each period of 25 minutes, you have a break for 5 minutes. If you were already working on screens, do not go on screens for the 5-minute break. Instead, take a quick walk around the room, stretch, or meditate. These kinds of activities will help you focus on the task for the next 25-minute period. After 4 periods of 25 minutes and 5-minute breaks, take a longer break for 15 minutes. Go on a walk, tidy a small space, meditate, work out, do yoga, etc. Just no screens. These breaks were meant for you to look away from the task for a bit and come back more focused and prepared to continue the task for the next period of 25 minutes. If you go and play games or scroll through social media on your phone or something like that, these are the types of activities that will drain your brain and you pretty much won't go back to doing the task because of the distraction that you just created. Alright, now for a quick disclaimer, this strategy might not work for everyone. I know that it doesn't work for me because if I start a task, I have to finish it without a break. If I were to take a break in the middle of the task, I would waste another whole Pomodoro cycle working up the motivation to do the task again. Then a break comes, and I just forget about everything because I'm like, this is pointless. And that won't work for me. Sometimes, if I have absolutely no motivation at all, I tell myself to work on the task for just anywhere from 1 to 5 minutes, depending on what it is, and then a 5-minute break. Literally all the time, in those first 5 minutes, I actually obtain the needed motivation to complete the task and don't take a break. If I start something, I don't stop till I'm finished, unless it's my anything related to math. In that case, I will probably put in the middle and go cry. So the second strategy I have here, I'm pretty sure it's the second, time blocking. It's a kind of scheduling in which you take a certain period of time, for example, a day or a week, and split your time into different chunks for different tasks. This is kind of like a to-do list and a schedule combined. This is kind of like the Pomodoro technique, but the working chunks are way larger and split by task instead of just minutes. And there are only necessary breaks. For example, lunch, dinner, just like necessary breaks in between tasks to kind of recenter your focus, I guess. Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. And there are very few of those breaks. Google Calendar is perfect for this strategy. So I don't know how to describe this. If you go into the weekly calendar, you can make new events and there are kind of hour-long chunks. I don't know how to say it, but case in point, just go use Google Calendar. It's free. It's an amazing service. I think everyone should be using it. And try it for yourself. I use this time blocking strategy whenever I have 100 million different things that need to get done. And what I do is instead of giving myself breaks in the middle of a task, I give myself breaks in between each task. It makes it easier for me to focus and helps me switch tasks with a clear and refreshed mind. I think this is probably one of the best time organization strategies out there, so definitely give it a try. Time burst strategy. This is something I learned from a productivity webinar I took with my mom a really long time ago, in October or something. This strategy would work well if you are a person who has the attention span of a goldfish. Literally the attention span of a goldfish. Maybe not 7 seconds long, but yeah. Or just really busy 24/7 and constantly have new interruptions to deal with. Like my mom, for example. My brother is always interrupting her and sometimes me. And I'm just yeah. My brother, he's my mom honestly just babies him. It's kind of stupid, but yeah. So what you do is you take a task you have, folding laundry, for example. No, not folding laundry. I don't freaking know. Anything. And this is useful especially when you don't know where to begin. The concept of this strategy is instead of breaking the task down into steps, break it down into chunks of time. Chunks of time are much easier to think about, honestly. Break the said task down into 10 to 15 minute chunks of time that are completely uninterrupted for you to just work. Or whatever the duration is that you can go without getting an interruption, for example. It might be longer for you, it might be less time for you. But anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes is typically good for most people. So you take those chunks of time and just work. Don't overthink it. You only have a precious 10 to 15 minute chunk of time before an interruption arises. Don't think, don't plan, just work. Interruption arises or your attention span is maxing out. Take a quick break and then it's back to work. Simple. It's kind of like the Pomodoro technique, but also not because there's a lot more breaks involved and the periods are longer. This one is just how long can you go without an interruption? Work for that long, interruption arises, that's your break, and then you keep going on the task. Number 4, set reasonable time limits. This might not work for everyone, and I know it won't work for me because if I set a time limit to actually complete something, all my attention would be focused on how much time I have left, and the task would just been like done poorly. So, but if you're the type of person who can't seem to concentrate and work, then setting a time limit might help you focus. If you seem to be unable to concentrate on a task no matter what, then setting a time limit will most likely help because with the time limit in place, you now have a goal to work towards, and that alone can help you focus. Make it reasonable though. Don't set a time limit of only 30 minutes to clean a whole disastrous dresser when you know it's going to take at least an hour or two, or maybe even 3. Like, why were you setting it for only 30 minutes? That's really pointless. Um, Number 5. For tasks that can't be given a time limit, such as an essay, for example, or like spring cleaning your home, really big tasks like that, setting a time limit won't work. I mean, you could still break down the task to cover a week or two and set time limits in that sense, like over that period of time, to do more specific tasks, like divide the whole giant task into subtasks, and it's like more or less of a goal to be achieved. Anyway, these goals need deadlines. Otherwise, they will just like be put off for like forever and a half. I bought the book Atomic Habits by James Clear and read about 50 pages of it before I gave up because I had too many other books to read from the public library and yeah, anyway, it said that the reason people can't achieve their goals is because they're too broad. James Clear talked about a study in which there were two groups of people, and the goal the group was trying to achieve is building the habit of working out daily. One of the groups was given the prompt of making a very specific goal, and that was that they would work out in the morning right after brushing their teeth and before taking a shower. The other group's prompt was, I'll just work out sometime today. The first group actually developed the habit, whereas the second group completely failed. So if you have a big task to roll, give it a deadline and make sure that's specific. So those are all my tips and advice on time organization and how to divide your time between things efficiently. I hope this helps you manage your time more effectively and efficiently. Those were about 6 important core principles of time management. Now, I wanted to talk about something else real quick. So motivation. Motivation is crucial if we want to accomplish our goals. But how? Number 1. If you have a big task and it intimidates you, try to break it down into smaller chunks. This will make it seem easier and help you find a starting point. Start small. Let's say you have a tight deadline for an English essay. Instead of thinking of the task as my English essay, try thinking of it as 1. Do the research. 2. Start a draft. 3. Edit the draft. 4. Type the final copy or rewrite it. 5. Done. Doesn't that 5-step process breakdown seem way easier and less mind-boggling? Because it's 5 smaller tasks that you have to do. Sure, that may seem like a lot more, but it's way easier to get all of them done. So just break it down. And all of that goes into completing the big task at the end. So start as small as you can. When you do actually have the needed motivation, start with the hardest thing first. But when you don't have any motivation to complete the task, start with baby steps. Starting small helps you kickstart your motivation and doing other tasks on your to-do list. And it's going to simultaneously become way easier. Let's say you're trying to clean your disastrous room. Start by making your bed. I always do this on my Sunday cleaning sessions, and the simple act of making my bed kickstarts the whole cleaning session. It's that simple. The babyest steps ever can kickstart the entire task. The other thing you can... Okay, so number 3. Set a timer for 10 minutes, and let's see how much you can get done in that period of time. This is a really good trick if the reason you are avoiding the task is because it seems impossible to do. If I feel like I wasted half a day doing nothing, I get up, I set a timer for 10 minutes, and I try to do as much as I possibly can in that period of time. It kind of even makes it fun because it's kind of like a timed race thing. I don't really know, but that's how I see it. So yeah. Number 4. Do the task for a minute. Okay, so it really depends. Anywhere from a minute to 5 minutes. For example, hold on. If you don't want to do the task at all, tell yourself to do the task for just a minute or 2. Yes, 1 minute. I'm not joking. Do the task for a minute, and most likely you'll just forget about the 1 minute thing and just continue with the task. But if you still don't feel like doing the task after a minute, you seriously are unmotivated. So you can do one of 2 things. Just force yourself to do the task anyway if it's urgent, and has an upcoming deadline. 2, if it's not urgent, let it wait a while and try again. The work you do with motivation is the best work. An example for the first scenario would be a history worksheet that's due tomorrow. Just force yourself to do it anyway. But if it's not an urgent thing like working out or whatever, save yourself the pain and come back to do it later. It's so much easier. Oh, okay. So to end our episode today, I have a quote for you guys from Mozart. The quote goes, the shorter way to do things is to do them one at a time. Bye guys. Rate, review, follow, and share this podcast. Drink some water, and I love you all.